Okay. I would like to call the January 26, 2023 Treasury Investment Board meeting to order at 6:35. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Allen?
Yeah, here.
Mrs. Witt?
Here.
Mr. Buchek?
Here.
Mayor Murphy?
Here. May I have a motion to excuse Mrs. Marcus?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Allen?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Buchek?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes. And council has copies of the October 27, 2022 Treasury Investment Board meeting minutes. Does anyone have any changes or corrections? Hearing none? Minutes are approved as submitted. Now we will go into business. It's the fourth quarter 2022 investment report.
Yes, thank you. To start off, the cost basis portfolio value, the portfolio value on a cost basis amount is $24,528,718.01. At the end of the quarter, we had $387,279.85 in money market funds. And for the quarter, we gained $6,010.42 in income. So the $6,000 seems very low compared to the value of our investments. The fourth quarter was very active in terms of purchases. So I waited for several months last year just to get to a point where the interest rates were high enough where it made sense to invest a large amount of money that was sitting in our ICS account as well as our bank. I had a number of conversations with our investment advisor at Huntington over a period of time. So we decided that in November we would move $13 million out of our ICS account and into the Huntington investment account. And with that $13 million, we bought U.S. Treasuries and securities and government bonds with that money. So we are locked in now for a number of years with that money, but we will be getting nearly 5% interest on that money. So that will be quite a bit for a number of years. For our cash flow, we are very good. We are very safe right now with our cash flow. So our bank account, I keep the bank account balance at a point where the service credit or the earnings credit at the bank cancels our fees that we pay. So anything above that, I have in our ICS account where I can move that on a daily basis if I need to, so I can have the money that day. But thankfully, we're just not in that position. We just don't need to be doing that. So our income is very strong and keeping right in line with our expenses in our operating account. So I was able to move money out of our ICS account into the Huntington account, and we are doing very well. So for this year, the Huntington account is going to be over $700,000 in interest, and the ICS account it'll be several $100,000 more, probably. So if you remember a couple of years ago, we were getting maybe I think we got maybe $40,000 like 2 years ago in interest, and it was just very, very tough with rates. But now it's kind of swinging to the other side. So as we look out, the Fed will be raising rates probably 2 more times is the estimate this year. I'm not sure when exactly they will be doing it at their meetings, but I think it'll be earlier in the year that they will raise the rates, but they will not be as steep as they have been this past year. So by the end of 2023, they're looking at actually rates going down, but just going down probably at a quarter point at a time. So so right now is the time to invest for us, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to spread it out over several years, so we have money coming back to us at the same rate that we're investing. So if you look at page 5 of the report, you'll see that for 2023, we're going to be having about $3.4 million mature and come back to us that we will be able to reinvest. And then the other years, we have nearly $5 million each year. So I've tried to spread it out to, it's $5 million in 2024, 2025, 2026. So we have a steady turnover of investments there. So that's all I have at this time, unless anyone has any specific questions.
No. There's no, I guess there's no questions. Do we want to set the next board meeting?
That would be in April. That would be April 27th, would be the second meeting of April.
Okay. Does anybody else have any other business? No. Then I guess that concludes the business for this evening. The Treasury Investment Board meeting is adjourned at 6:42.